Hi everyone, and welcome to this Batchline tutorial video. Today we're going to be looking at the Batchline dashboard, specifically looking at the stock and returns section over here on the right, and we're going to be looking at the consider order part. So Batchline's going to make some suggestions about books that perhaps we might want to order, and we're going to look at how that works. First thing to do is to configure some stuff. So we're going to look down here into this bottom section. Batchline's going to suggest titles of one of two types. One is running out soon, and the other one is missing good titles. That's what we've decided to call them. So running out soon is a title that we consider to be selling. So that's something that has a decent sale rate over the recent period, and based on some fairly basic algorithms about the current sale rate over the last months and days, we think maybe it will run out in the next couple of weeks. And then the other portion of this is missing good titles. So that's titles that we've had in the past. They've sold over a certain number in the past however many months, but we don't have any in stock at the moment. At the moment, we're saying anything that we've sold more than 8 of in the past 6 months, and we don't have any in stock. We also want to consider those for possible order as well. So that's going to define what we see in this screen here. So we're going to go and click up on consider order. And similarly to some of the other screens, we've got some metadata on the title over here. How many we've got in stock, when was it published, when was the last sale date, when was the last booking. And then we've got this idea of title stats from a time period, all time here, title stats from all time, and that's because we've got all time selected here. We could change that to this year if we wanted to. And that's going to change what we see here. So title stats from this year. So here we've got Home to Roost. We're seeing here that we don't have any in stock at the moment, and we've sold 71 this year. We can see that if we've got these titles, days till run out, all of these on 0, these are all ones we don't have stock of. So these are the missing titles. These are the ones where we do have stock, but we think we're going to run out soon, and our basic little algorithm is thinking that we're going to run out in this many days. So we could just filter it down to sorry if I refresh that, take that back, and we show the titles that are running out. We'll say days until predicted run out. So Batchline thinks we're running out of these titles because we've been selling this book, The Impossible Pig, at a relatively decent rate over the last 7 days, 30 days, and the last 6 months. So we think we'll probably run out of it, I guess, in the next couple of weeks. Maybe we want to order that, maybe we don't. This Batchline's just going to make some sort of guesses. So if we want to go back again, we can hit refresh data. And from this screen, just like the other screens, we can highlight lines by pressing enter or spacebar, and we can enter the quantity for order. So we can say we'll have 2 of those. Do we want to order it from the last delivery supplier, which will be over here as HarperCollins? We say actually no, we don't want to. We want to order that from Gardner's this time. So we can see over here we've got 2 selected, and from Gardner's, and then go here and we'll say okay, we will actually just want 1 of those, and from now on we're always going to use, on this screen we're going to say always use the last delivery supplier, and we're going to go down and choose a couple more books. So because we selected always, this is going to just choose the last delivery supplier for all of these. And then similarly to reorder from sales, we can just exit this screen to compile these orders, or we can press compile order here. And we've got 2 for gardeners. If we look down here, we've got 1 here and 1 here, 2 for gardeners. So we can create a new order. Or for HarperCollins, we've got 1 for HarperCollins. We can put that in our existing HarperCollins order, and so on, and so on. So that's a little overview of the Consider Order Suggestions feature of the Stock and Returns tab in the dashboard. I hope you found that useful. See you again next time. Thanks a lot. Bye.